Johnson is 16 years old, 4'9", and the world champion.
I love the thrill of flipping on a 4-inch beam. I like the daredevil part of it.
Reminds you of anyone?
It's crazy to think that I'm being compared to Mary Lou. I mean, it's Mary Lou.
The Beijing Olympic Games on NBC.
There's a lot of hugging going on at the Pacific Rim Gymnastics Championships presented by Venus. The Australians have to be thrilled. They finish ahead of Russia and just behind China. They're in the clubhouse and all done. There are still others in competition like the Americans. And that is where we'll start with Darlene Hill, who brings her sad story. Grandmother who raised her passing away just a couple of weeks ago, and somehow her coach got her to stick with it, and here she is.
And her coach says she is the perfect combination. Very, very athletic, also extremely graceful. Wow, just like the leaps. I mean, it's like she's shot from a cannon.
Hold on.
Just stayed in.
You know, we talked about her chances to make it to China, and you know, she's certainly not like a Nastia Liukin or a Shawn Johnson, but she is tremendous on floor exercise and a very powerful vaulter. I think she would need to upgrade the level of her vault to actually be in the hunt, but you never know.
They have a verification camp that takes place prior to those events. This was the event that clinched it for Darlene. Marta Crowley said, you're going to the Pacific Rim.
Now we go back to Bakerlick of Canada. It's going to be either Canada, Australia, battling for second place behind the United States and China too.
This is actually Christina's one of her best events. She has a 6.4 start value planned on this exercise with skills like this.
Elfie, explain those white chalk marks on the side of the beam.
All the athletes like to put their own little ticks on the beam, if you will, for things like dismounts or where they want their feet placed prior to a dismount or a mount. So that's what you're seeing there. The Australian marks, the Chinese marks, the Russian marks, the Canadian and the American ones. Davidova said when she made her trek to Canada 16 years ago to coach, she's been at this gym for that length of time. This is one of the most talented athletes she has ever coached, and what makes her so great is her determination, hard-working, but she never gives up. If she's not satisfied with a skill, she just simply won't stop, and she doesn't have to tell her that.
So her day is done, and it's just such a relief when you get through on the men's side the 6 rotations, on the women's side the 4. And Darlene Hill gets richly rewarded. And Andrea Joyce talked about giving her a medal. Well, she's going to have a souvenir from this event. And she will always be able to remember this time in her life and how she overcame it all to get a 15.125 and help the United States win this championship. And back to Jana Bieger. She has been flashing her toughness and good gymnastics all day.
And for her, it is all about proving her case to Marta Karolyi that she deserves to be in Beijing. Every meet she's in, it counts.
Tim, if you were picking, is she on your team?
Well, you know what? She is definitely in contention. She would complement certain teams, but it's gonna have to be pieced together. I'll tell you, one of the reasons they want her on the team is, you know, her mental toughness. It's tremendous, and when she walks out on the floor, you can count on it.
Tim, of course, you have to mention that one of her strengths is, of course, floor exercise, because as we saw at the World Championships in Stuttgart, floor was one of the lowest scoring events.
Out of bounds.
Just stepped out of bounds. Strong routine. Jana is obviously coached by her mother. She was homeschooled, so she was taught by her mother. And coming back from her injury, her mom is a physical therapist. She was given physical therapy by her mom. She says she's got her eyes on her 24/7.
Tim, that story has destiny written all over it. Kulik with a 15.8. That's a great number on beam.
Coming up next on the even bars for Chinese Taipei will be Luo Yu-Chu.
One more performance to come for the United States, and it will be Nastia Liukin on floor, and today